everybody, this is Cheri at djsundry.blogspot.com, and today I have a special feature for you today. It's a really simple Valentine's project that I am going to show you for those of you who maybe are new to scrapbooking. Maybe you haven't invested in a lot of stamps, you don't have a Cricut. I'm not using any of those things on this project. I am going to show you what you can do with a little bit of paper, a little bit of ribbon, a little bit of glue, and some stickers. Now, this is a good place to try out card making to see if you want to try, or it would be a fun craft that you could do with your kids, not put a lot of money into it, and it would be a good replacement if you're not a big fan of the boxed Valentines. I can't say it would be less expensive than the boxed Valentines. It would depend on how many you're making. But it has a potential for being really inexpensive. And as I go throughout the video, I'll give you some tips on how to make it even more cost effective. I like to start with a package of solid color paper. Now, I make a lot of cards, you know that. So I have lots of solid color paper, but this one is actually a Christmas pack that has reds and greens in it. But you could probably find a pack that has all reds and pinks in it, and they would coordinate with each other. And that would just be at like a Michael's or Joann's, or this one's from Hobby Lobby, the Paper Studio collection. And this one was only $3.99 for 50 sheets. And often you can get these packets. They usually run about $3.99, but very often you can get them on sale. Sometimes 3 for $10, or even 50% off. So just check your local scrapbooking stores. Now, if you're only making 2 or 3 dozen or a dozen Valentines, you could easily just pick up several sheets of cardstock, either in the 12 by 12 size or the 8.5 by 11 size. And I'll show you what I did in a minute. Now, another nice thing to have is pattern paper. Now, Again, I've mentioned this before on earlier projects this year, that I did not purchase this year. This is one that I purchased from K & Company last year. I believe it's still available, but you don't have to go out and get a big pad of paper like this, especially if you're just going to try it out. I would pick up 3 or 4 pieces of paper, or maybe a 6 by 6 pad. Another good alternative is my Walmart, and I know some Walmarts have and some Walmarts don't have, a section of Studio G. And they typically have paper. I've looked at it this year. I can't remember what their Valentine's paper looked like, but they typically have paper. It usually comes 7 or 8 pieces for 97 cents. They also have then coordinating stickers. This is some of the stickers that I bought this year. You can see I used a lot of them, most of them on this project today. They have, these are their cardstock stickers. I have some, these are last year's cardstock stickers that they had out for Valentine's Day. Like I said, those are old. They're not what they have this year. This is this year's glitter stickers. And these are just 97 cents a pack. And it's amazing if you have a package of, or a few pieces of solid color paper, a few stickers, and some pattern paper, what you can make happen. You can also pick up ribbon, which I'm using some ribbon in these for very little, either in the fabric section. You can buy it by the yard, or you can pick up little spools of ribbon, sometimes very inexpensively, at Michael's and Joann's. Now, I've used a few other things in this, things that you can use or cannot use. These are actually little heart stickers that I got last year. I think I paid $1 or $2 for these, and there were a ton of stickers in them. In fact, I cut them in half and gave half of them away to a niece or a nephew or something. But this had 109 pieces, and it was only maybe $2, $3, $4. I don't remember. But I had a lot of nice little hearts for that. Now, this is a little bit more, but I picked these banners up at, I think, probably, oh, I don't know, either Michael's or Joann's, and they're K & Companies, and they're just little banners. Now, I probably, knowing me, probably picked them up on sale, and these again were from last year. But it has 70 banners in it. You can make a lot of Valentines with 70 banners. In fact, as part of the giveaway that's going on, I've decided to include some of those banners. So I've packaged up I think I packaged up 20 of them and stuck them in here to go along with that giveaway that's going on over at my blog. Then I went back through my scrap stash and I remembered, I thought I had a piece of this paper that's Hershey's Kisses, and this is all I have left of it, I think. But for one of the people that I'm sending these Valentines to, I wanted to use some of this. So just something fun that I just picked up one sheet of a long time ago, or maybe 2 sheets of. So I cut my pattern, or my plain paper. It was 8.5 by 11. I cut these into 6 inches long by 3 inches wide, so that when I fold it in the middle, I have a 3-inch square Valentine. And I just pulled a couple. This is some pink, this is some red from that pack, this is some pink that I just had in my stash. I don't even know what company it is. It's not the best match for my pattern paper, but I made it work. And then I cut several pieces of paper. These are scraps left over from that K&Company pack. It's double-sided. And I cut these particular scraps to be 2 3/4 inches by 2 3/4 inches. I have some others that I'll show you in a minute, but I used up everything I had, that I actually cut 2 by 7/8 of an inch, and that paper was actually from Provo Craft. So then I just started making the cards, and I'm going to show you some of them. I'm going to point out some of the extra details that I did on some of them, and yes, you have to buy a few more things for those, but not much. So this is the first one. This is a piece of that pattern paper. I just put it on there. Little piece of ribbon that I just pulled around, tied it around the front, and then I tied a little knot bow. This ribbon is from Really Reasonable Ribbon. And then this is one of those banners. So there's one. This is a different, oh, and I did also use my corner rounder, and I have a big corner rounder, and this was just an extra touch I added. Again, totally not necessary. If you don't have it, don't go buy it until you're sure that you're going to really want to get into stamping, or card making. But if you want, if you realize you are enjoying it, it just kind of adds a different dimension to this particular one. And I use this corner rounder. This is a 1/2-inch corner rounder. It's from We Are Memory Keepers, and it's actually this big old crocodile, and this side does a 1/2 inch and the other side does a 1/4 of an inch, and I use those quite a bit on some of these cards. So there's the first one. This is the second one, and I actually just put the corner rounding on this one end, and then this XOXO was from that pack that I picked up at Walmart. Remember I told you 97 cents for a whole bunch of stickers, but it didn't stand out on the pattern paper enough. So these banners from K&Company are double-sided, and so I put it around to the back side and then put that on there, and then I added one of those little puffy hearts up in the corner. So that's that one. Another piece of pattern paper, and all I did was I put the pattern paper on, and this one I corner rounded opposite corners there and there, and then I just put my banner on, and it was all done. I think I spent maybe just a little over 2 hours on these particular cards, and I counted them. I think I made 16 of them. So they went together really quickly. This one is the darker paper. Now, something to keep in mind when you're dealing with darker paper, you have to either you could write in black, but even black is going to be difficult to see. You could write in white if you happen to have a white pen. It may or may not work. But the other alternative is to line the inside of the card, which is what I did here. I just put a piece, this is that Provo Craft paper, and this is the ones that I cut at 2 7/8 inch square. And I just put it on the inside and on the outside. Put a banner across the top that says "Be Mine," and then one of the little puffy hearts in the corners opposite of the corners that I corner rounded. So that was how I did that one. This one says Cutie Pie. Again, same concept. I just put the inside paper and the outside paper, they're the exact same paper. I taped down my Cutie Pie, and then these I just put 3 different sizes and styles of hearts down in the corner, and that one was done. This one is an owl from that set from Studio G, and again a little puffy heart up in the corner and then lined inside and out. This was probably one of the easier ones that I did, and this one again inside and out, and then I just put a banner kind of at an angle across it that says "Sweet on You." So you can see I got quite a bit of real estate for my for what I used. This one, I just lined it again inside and outside. And then this was one sticker that's just barely joined together, and this again is from that Studio G pack, and I didn't think it really stood out a little as much as I would like. So after I put my sticker on, I took just a black pen and drew little stitch marks around the edge. So really super simple. Now I'm gonna skip that one. This one again, the same idea, just inside and out, and then one sticker that says "Be My Valentine," and it's enough. When you're making 3x3 cards, you don't need a whole lot of stuff on them to complete them. This one is that Hershey's Kiss, and this one is actually for one niece in particular who really likes chocolate. And then this is more ribbon from Really Reasonable Ribbon, and I just pulled it, you know, tied it around the front and tied it with a bow, put a heart sticker from Studio G, and we were off and running there. This one, even simpler. Well, I don't know if it was simpler or not, but this one, what I did is I, again, just put a piece of that paper down, took a piece of that ribbon from Really Reasonable Ribbon. I ran a line of tape runner. I use a tape runner. You could use glue, whatever you had. Run a line across there and put my ribbon down and trimmed it off, and then added a puffy heart, and it was done. Now, these next ones that I'm going to show you, I have 5 more to show you and we'll be all done. These you needed one, depending on which one that I show you, you needed one extra supply for each one. Now, one thing that you can get also in that Studio G section at Walmart is glitter glue. Now, it doesn't look exactly like this, but this is the same concept. This is just some that I picked up. I don't even know what brand this is. It was sent in kind of a grab bag that I bought, and it's not marked. But glitter glue is basically old-fashioned glitter, but it's in a glue form. So you put it down and it dries. And again, Walmart has these, actually even Michael's has them, maybe even Joann's, I'm not sure, for 97 or 99 cents a bottle. So not a lot of money to really make some fun things pop. So I'm going to show you what I did with some of those. This one, I just took some of the paper from that pack that said X's and O's. I put it down and I corner rounded the opposite corners like you've seen me do. And then using that glitter glue, I glittered over just some of the X's and O's. I chose one pair from each line and put the glitter glue over the top, and it was done. Now that's not quite dry, so I need to be careful with that yet. This one I think is probably one of my favorites, and part of me says it needs something over here, but part of me says I really like this one. I took that set of stickers from the Studio G, and there was a long border strip that ran down the side, and I trimmed it off. It has 4 hearts. I trimmed it off and stuck it down, and then I took the glitter glue, and on 2 of the hearts I went over it with the glitter glue, and then on 2 of the other hearts I put the puffy stickers on it. Now the inside of it is lined, and this one actually opens to the side. How simple is that? Isn't that, I just think this would definitely fall under clean and simple. And yes, it maybe could use something over here, and I thought about putting more puffy hearts, and I decided I'm just going to leave it because I like it. It's simple, one that I can send to one of the older young men, my nephews. I send Valentines to all of my nieces and nephews, even the ones that are old and married. And so this is one that is appropriate for a young man. It's not gushy mushy, but it just lets them know that I care. This one, again, very simple. This one was a love, and they were individual like this. It spelled love. Actually, there were 2, and it said true love, but I just wanted the love. And so I kind of put it almost a quadrant idea, L-O-V-E. And then I took the glitter glue and put it over the top of the L, or the heart that forms the O. And then again, lined it on the inside and put my little trim on the bottom. Very simple. And then this one was a sticker that was from that same Studio G packet. So you can see all of these I got, and there's still quite a few stamps left, or stickers left in that pack. But this was an envelope that had all these hearts, and then all around it were these teeny tiny hearts that made it look like they were flying out of the envelope. And so what I did is the little teeny tiny hearts were too close to the color of my paper and they wouldn't stand out. So I went over all of those with glitter glue. So that was another one that I used glitter glue. And the last one I used glossy accents. Now this is definitely something that I actually love to use. I use it a lot and I use it for different applications. But I wouldn't recommend just running out and buying this until you knew it was something that you were going to do. I use it to make stick pins, which you'll be seeing later in the month. But I use it for all sorts of things. But what I did with this last card is this was that same heart paper that's on most of the other dark ones, inside and out. And I put a banner, and then instead of using glitter on it, I put the glossy accents over 2 of the hearts, which gives it almost a sticker appearance or an epoxy appearance, and then let it dry, and then it dries completely clear. So there we have our super simple Valentines that anybody can make. You can make them with your 5-year-olds, you can make them with yourself, and it just gives that little extra touch to tell somebody that you love them. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this encourages you to run out and or even look around and see what you have. Do you have stickers, or do you have just some paper that you could use that maybe you picked up and haven't used for anything, that you could make your own Valentines? So thanks so much for stopping by today, and remember to take some time to enjoy the little things. Have a great day. Bye.